Hello everyone, how are you? It's Michaela Balado, reporting live from Medellin, Colombia. This is my second time here. And as you know, I do different videos on various things dealing with um, food, culture, things like that in Colombia and other countries. I just decided to start this page, so welcome, just for dedicated to traveling, both in the U.S. And abroad. And so today I want to do a video talking about dating in Colombia. And I'm talking about the three cities that I've been to. So I've spent time in Medellin, Cartagena, and Cali. Been to each city 2 times. We'll be going to Cartagena for the 3rd time next week. And there's a lot of videos that men have done talking about dating in Colombia. And I could be wrong, so ladies, definitely feel free to add your 2 cents if you spent time here. But to me, it seems like a better place for men. And there are lots of beautiful women, but to my understanding, a lot of the women are looking for a come-up or looking for money and stuff like that. I don't know how true that is, because I'm not a man. I really wasn't too aware of it until I hung out with 2 American guys in Medellin last time. And then I noticed that all the girls that were around were really waiting for guys to like buy them drinks and pay them money for sex. And it wasn't so obvious to me before. It wasn't so obvious to me when I thought myself. They didn't seem so obvious, but then I found out that was the game. And I see a lot of American men down here. I think as a woman, you probably have more of a chance dating an American man who lives down here or is visiting here. There are a lot of Americans, both black and white, and people from different parts of Latin America or Americans from different parts of Latin America who are here. And you can, especially in Medellin and Cartagena. Cali has less tourists, but there's a few there as well. And there are a lot of people here using dating apps and just walking down the street. Right now, I'm in El Poblado, but which is a neighborhood in Medellin that has a lot of Americans. Also a lot of Colombians, but if you are looking, if you're an American and you want to be around some Americans, then, or some things that may be familiar to you, like Starbucks or something, then El Poblado would be the area to stay. But I also stayed in an area called La Bombona, and last night I was in this other area, El Prado, I think. I didn't like El Prado that much because it was too far from everything, and at nighttime it seemed too empty and sketchy to walk around, so I was there for one night, and then I came back over here to El Poblado. But I really like La Bombona a lot as well. It was more of an authentically Colombian neighborhood. It also had a lot of good food. But something that I've talked about in other videos, you see a lot of relationships here. Sorry for the background noise, cars. A lot of relationships here. A lot of people are booed up. So to me, as a single woman, I wouldn't choose to move here because I feel like your dating options would be slim. And you probably would be just having sex with a married man, but which is not my thing. But I feel like men don't try to holler that much here on the streets or anything. The majority of men that have tried to holler at me here have been American men. Even in Cali, I found the same thing. And in Cartagena, it might have been the same thing. But I feel like men might have said more to me in Cartagena. But even then, not so much. Not like how it is in New York, where it's like overkill. Or Atlanta, it's overkill. Or, a lot of places I go to. Dudes will say something. But here, I don't feel like they holler that much. I was talking to a friend of mine from New Orleans who lives in Cali. She's been living there for 2 years. And she co-signed that. The only men that tried to talk to her were old men, Same thing with me, So to me, but she did see that she saw men holler and that, like, the mestizo light-skinned guys tend to like black women and the mestizo light-skinned women tend to like, other black men tend to like the mestizo. She was saying that basically each fetishizes the other. And I can see that. There's a lot of mixtures, but I've also seen a lot of couples who are both black or both white or both mestizo or both Indio. I've seen that too, but I also have seen a lot of mixtures. I can't say that's any more than the U.S. because most people in the U.S., whether they identify as black or white or whatever, are also mixed ones. So mixing has also been occurring in the U.S. as well. So, it's maybe not so much out in the open, I don't know, but we have a lot of that as well. But I haven't found, and then the men that do try to flirt with me, they're like little, like skinny dudes that look like little kids. I don't feel like the men here are that hot. I don't think the men here are that black. They're okay. A lot of short guys, not a lot of tall men here at all. I'm 5'8" with the limbs of a 6-foot person, but I feel like the men here are little. Not a lot of big dudes at all. Little people. So, to me, if I'm never traveling looking for a hookup. That's not like my goal. I mean, it has happened before, but that wasn't like my motivation for my trip. Whereas like in Medellin, you can see like there are groups of guys, groups of American guys, both black and white, who come here, and you can obviously see that's what they came here for. Because guys are so obvious, so they stand around looking super thirst. It's kind of funny, but you can tell that's what they came here for. Though that's not the motivation of my trips. My trips, I'm more motivated by the culture, stuff like that, which I haven't found much yet that really interests me. And I talk about this in my other videos on my page of Renaissance Amazon, like dance culture and stuff like that. So I'm still searching for that. I will still report on that as I discover more. And if you all, if anybody knows Colombia and you know dance, it could be salsa, it could be champeta, it could be reggaeton. But if you know places where, in Colombia, whether it be Cartagena, Medellin, or Cali, where people get it in, let me know. I feel like there's a little bit more black people in Cali. But, But also in Colombia, I would be safe. But male or female, a lot of men get drugged. They fall in love with, they get all caught up in the beautiful women here, and these women take them and drug them and rob them. That happens, but that's not always the case, but that happens. What's more common is that women want they want money from you in Medellin. I don't know about Cali and Cartagena so much. It could be the same. I don't know. For the men who have experience, please let me know. You do see a lot of girls walking around holding hands here, which is cool. So I think for like the LGBT community, I haven't done a whole lot of research, but I feel like it's pretty safe. They don't seem to be a hateful people or homophobic or bothered by that. At least that's what it seems like to me. And as a woman, I would also be careful just because, you never know. But a lot of the Airbnbs, that right now I'm at an Airbnb, and a lot of them don't even allow for you to bring outside people into the Airbnb. So if you are coming on a trip for that purpose, you're probably better off just getting a hotel, okay? I don't judge people, but if you are looking for sex tourism, then you're better off getting a hotel, because a lot of the Airbnbs strictly prohibit that. Loud. And even though that's not the motivation for my trips, I personally like to be places where I'm a grown person, I'm paying to be alone. I want to be able to do what I want to do if I feel like doing it. Like I might want to bring somebody back that's not even from here. They might be American, that you want to have fun with or whatever. So I like places to be completely independent for that reason. I don't like those kind of rules. But be conscious of that's something that is written in a lot of the clauses that you can't bring people in. Some of them straight up say no prostitution. So it's like, just because you're bringing somebody back doesn't mean they're a prostitute, Others say you can't bring any other guests that's not on the Airbnb listing. But you can also see that in the States too, in certain Airbnb listings. So keep that in mind. And so if anybody male or female, has anything to share about their dating experiences in Colombia, whether it be Medellin, Cali, or Cartagena, please share. You can also share about Bogota too. I haven't been to Bogota, but I will go. Because people learn from comments and sharing is caring, so please feel free. This video was more focused for the ladies, but men, feel free to share too. And if you like this video, please share it. Make sure you follow this page. You can also check out my other videos on Colombia and other places at the Renaissance Amazon and the Body Scientist 81. And I'll put some of the links below. Have a good day, people. Hope you visit Colombia. It is a beautiful country. Bye.